Again.
Action! Oh, should we tell them what we did?
Yeah, eventually we will. We'll get into it because it's a discussion.
Oh, I'm Mika.
Sue.
And Deb. And welcome back to Flock Around the Table, number 2 taping today. We had a bit of a...
We never practice this.
No, we
today.
don't. No, we
Not
don't.
today.
We just told Tony that we never practiced this.
Yeah. So, Tony, this is when you're coming home from Lafayette. You can have a good chuckle over this. That this is a... Yeah, we
This
just
is
had a
take
technical...
2 because we did a whole session. The whole fargan thing. Nothing recorded.
Right.
Well, we had about 90 seconds.
We did have about 90 seconds. So we could have just put it on a loop and y'all would have been laughing your full heads off.
It's true.
Yeah. So
yeah, and so the button was supposed to be red and it was blue, and we were all looking at it going, okay, we're just kind of going along.
So I have more of my Mpito done that I should have done because I've been working on it for the last hour.
Yeah, me too. See,
Whatever. Welcome back, everybody.
yeah, they don't know that they're back, but welcome.
Well,
Again.
we're back again because this is
Again.
January 31st.
Our 32nd episode.
And our 32nd episode on January 31st. How do you
Yeah,
like
I
that?
really do think that
We
we
didn't
should...
work that one out really well, did we?
No, it should have been 31 on 31, but we didn't skip one. So
No,
it's
we
okay.
didn't skip one. I was just thinking about drinking and
Drinking sounds good right now. It really does.
I don't know where that
You know, if
came
I get
from.
up in the middle of this and just go get myself a cocktail, you understand why? Because we've already
Yeah.
talked about all this stuff.
And now we're trying to figure out what we actually said.
But
We
it
have
doesn't
no
matter.
clue. It doesn't matter.
It wasn't
No,
recorded.
I mean, so this, you missed out on the whole
Yep.
conversation.
It was really
back
good,
there. It was
too.
good. It was one of
It
our
was
best.
one
ever.
of our
It was,
best.
yes, one of the
Yeah.
best.
It's only for us 3.
The Golden Globes are coming up, and believe me, we would have won. You know, so there you
And
go.
Deb was dancing naked on the table. It was...
No, I didn't, and I was squirreling. See, my
Yeah, oh,
knees-
squirrel.
She did show her shirt.
I did show
Yeah.
that. See, my attention span is fine. No, look.
I don't have a short attention span. Oh, wait, squirrel.
I saw it on Amazon, and it was like, oh my God, I had to have it. And I ordered it hoping it would be here for the last, when we take that Thursday, because that was National Squirrel Day.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
So it would have been
Yeah.
totally like perfect.
But you're squirrel all the time, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
it's not like...
It's National Squirrel Day for you every day.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
National
we ought to have a
Squirrel Day.
bowl of nuts in front of you.
Hey,
I got her nuts down in Florida that she sat there and munched on.
she did.
Her and the little geckos with the no tails.
Yeah.
Well, the geckos eat mosquitoes, so you should like them.
Oh, I
did.
like them just
We
fine.
like them
She
just
had
fine.
conversations with them.
Well, I know she did. Because she would talk to a rock.
Yes.
Yes.
I think
We
there's-
Well, it talks back about as much as you and I do to her
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
true.
about as much as
It
you
opens
can get
its
in
mouth and
inchwise.
opens its mouth and nothing comes out because Deb's talking.
Just, do you see my man? And I actually come over and do this.
And
with
I
these
spent a
folks.
whole week with her in
She did.
Florida.
But Mikey actually thought that was, he's like, well, he said, I guess you guys are going to be okay. He said, you're still talking to each other at the end of the week. Usually my sister's pissed off with me when I travel with her. She's like over this because she's not one to, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well.
For those of you who don't know, Deb and I went to Disney.
There you
That's why I
have
have the Minnie Mouse cup this
She
week.
does. And
Because when we got there, we're in a little condo thing or whatever it is that
it's
they're
a
called.
studio. Yeah.
And they give you paper cups. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no.
First day, I'm like, I have to go someplace and get a mug.
So we
Because
went to Walmart.
I can't do, I mean, I can, but
I'd
So-
rather not.
I'd
Then
rather not. And I need
she-
to have a Disney mug anyway.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah.
And her frugality kind of kicked in. She's like, I'll just get one downtown. And then she was like, wow.
But they're like, $29.99 downtown, and they're like $2.99 at Walmart.
Yeah.
So,
So
hence I have a Walmart cup.
so we went to Walmart. And
Really?
Yeah.
And
for
she
sure.
had to, well, we had to go to the far Walmart because it was attached to a liquor store. So she had to go get her Southern Comfort.
I had to go get my Southern Comfort, which I had like two or three drinks
And
out
then
of it.
she-
And then she's like, the last night we were there, she's like, are you going to have another drink or two out of this? Because of course, then I'm at the liquor store and I could have just gotten the little bottle,
But
it was like $19.99 or $23.99 for the medium-sized bottle. So I just got the medium one.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, that's just silly.
Yeah.
And then I go, But it could have had 2 drinks for dinner, and it would have cost me more than that. So I'm like, I'm ahead of the game. I had 3 drinks in the hotel room.
But then she
Leave the
kinda
rest
chilled.
for the maids.
She chilled out and she just kind of enjoyed the rest of the week, and you know, until she got the game, and then
it's a game on her phone.
My God, this stupid game.
You guys, and here's the story behind that. I'll have to tell you how we got to that. I went to the neurologist because I'm worried that I'm getting dementia. I'm fixated on it. Okay, whatever.
She is fixated on
and
it.
he told me that some games, he's one of these younger guys, and he believes that
Everybody's
games,
a younger guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But this guy is, you know,
Okay.
I mean,
He's 12.
Anyway, no, he looks like he's 12.
Right, he's 12.
Anyway, he said he believes in games like the Mahjongs or the games where you have to challenge yourself. It's something that you're not good at. Like for me, I hate crossword puzzles. So he said those are the things.
That's the one you need to do then.
That's what he said.
What fun.
You should do those, you know. So this one thinks, okay, she's playing her little dragon game, and then she's
and
like,
all you have to do is, drag a few things together.
I got in the head, and she's
did.
like, okay, I better find a game that will challenge me. So she gets this one up with math and numbers and stuff, and 10 hours into it, she's like, I still haven't figured this out. I mean, she's got like pages of this game that
And
keeps
I'm a
going.
math geek, guys. If you don't know this already, I'm a math geek, and this is simple. This is a simple math game. It's like adding to 10, matching 2 numbers, this number over here on that one, and you should be able to get rid of that.
Yeah. I mean,
simple game.
And this thing must know that it's going to drive you crazy, this game, because at 10 hours it stopped and told her to take a coffee break.
It did.
It was like, and I was like cracking up. I'm rolling on the floor because I've never seen a game do that. And then it gave her 8 new free ones.
Yeah, and it gives, at the break time, it gives you 8 hints. And I'm like, 8 hints is not going to get me to the next 10 hours. Trust me on this one.
So
it's kind of like
I could tell every time she was working on it.
Sudoku?
Yeah, it's kind of like Sudoku in a way, but it's even more simple than Sudoku, and I love Sudoku. So it should be easier. Tori, I'm going to have to tell you what this game is. I don't know it off the top of my head, but Tori,
you're going to have to figure
you're
out
going to have to
algorithm.
help me figure this one out because it's a tough one.
Yeah.
And it should be simple.
Yeah.
So at any rate, I've been using my brain. I thought I was going to be done with orgasm and done with my next exasperation hat, and I'm not.
And she's not.
Because I have 47,000 hours in on this new game. I can't tell you. And it keeps track of the friggin' hours that you're in, and it's so bad. I'm like, I looked up and I'm like, Deb, I've got 35 hours in on this game. This is ridiculous.
Seriously, it was, I mean, I don't know. That would be like how much to feel that you've not wasted because it's all, but to be at it that you've been at it that long. You know what I mean? I know that I'm on my computer and I play games more than what I probably should. But I mean, for it to actually click by, the number of hours you've been playing.
And then tell you to take a break.
And then,
it's coffee break time.
That was the best part of the whole game for me. I was like, she's like, look, I have to take a coffee break. It told me I can't play anymore.
Now see, my car.
I'm like, I don't want to take a coffee break though. I've almost figured this out. I don't know. Whatever.
My car, if it senses when I'm, if I go over the what is it, the fog line on the right-hand side, a couple of times it will flash up on my dash. It's time for you to take a break. You're not driving well, lady. Take a break.
Oh, so because you're going over a little bit.
Yeah.
You're nodding off. You're nodding off, lady. You need to.
Yeah.
My car doesn't do that. My car just takes me back in.
Yeah,
well,
it drives for
too.
her.
Although I had the oil changed, a couple of weeks ago, and they turned everything off. All of the automatic
all your sensors and everything.
Yeah, all the automatic stuff that I had on the car. The automatic headlights, the automatic heater, all that
right,
stuff.
the stuff you leave on.
Yeah,
and you assume it's on when you get in the car. And it wasn't.
And they turned it all off.
So you're driving at night in the dark.
I know. Well, what was it? Thursday, I didn't find out until Thursday night when I left here, and I couldn't see.
because you got here when it was light.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could.
I
Well,
thought,
today
well,
you never know. We might still be at this tonight.
you never know when
keep
you have to
renewing
figure
it.
it out.
But-
yeah.
but they turned anyway. So some of the things that I like I have a thing that beeps when I get out of the lane. That's turned off,
Driver assist.
and I can't quite get it turned back on. But there,
I'd go back in and tell him, I just walk up to the service guy at the desk and say, look, I need you for 2 minutes. Turn every fucking thing back on in this car that you turned off.
no kidding.
Just go
No,
up
and
there
then
and
it cost
I'd
me-
be like, come on.
And then it
She
cost
would
me a
be.
small fortune because there was a recall item and they had to reset something. And so what they did was they turned all of those things, those
Everything was
automatic
turned off,
things.
and they
Yeah.
fixed the thingy bob, but they didn't turn everything
Yeah,
back on.
yeah. So, and my seat was back, and what a bunch to complain about. It took 2 hours, and other than that, it was a dandy experience.
It sure is every time you go those
Yeah,
places.
yeah. They,
That's okay. You were inside and safe and warm. So.
and I was knitting, and the man next to me kept watching the Home Shopping Network. I don't know if I told you about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he was.
did. You were not happy because you were like, "Why am I want to watch this."
Yeah, and you're like,
And he was a grown ass man watching the Home Shopping
Did
Network.
he have a beard?
No.
Well, that's why.
maybe
Next time you need to watch it next to
maybe
the guy
he's
with the beard,
you
he'll
know,
be
he's
watching
a
something more
shopper,
interesting.
you know?
Well,
so-
but it was all these paper products to make your own.
crafting things.
Yeah, your own.
It was crafting.
greeting cards.
He probably thought that was something that you would like to watch.
He was probably wrong.
Well, and maybe he was watching because he knows his granddaughter does it, or
I would
his
have turned
wife
to him
does
and
it.
said, "Sir, is it okay if we change the channel?"
Change the fucking channel.
Well,
I would have just said, I'm going to change the channel.
Well,
I'd
well-
rather watch Maury Povich.
Oh no, I would have watched MSNBC. I'm a news junkie. But anyway, so we made it through, and he was still watching the Home Shopping Network, the crafting show when I left. More power to him. I think he was going to buy that Cricut thing that made
That they were showing.
yard signs or whatever.
Yeah, the newest Cricut is pretty cool.
I-
My sister has one. I can't have another obsession.
No.
you're not allowed. You don't have enough room in your house.
No, I don't. And I promised Sue that she could come over on vacation and see all my stuff. Now, Mike has never really gone past the kitchen and the living room. She's looked down there,
I've
but
never
she's
seen
never
your living.
ventured.
Well, I've never. No.
Yeah, you did, because we sat in the foyer and you saw my living room where my sewing room is. That's my living room.
Oh,
Put your
that-
mask on.
That was your living room.
That's my living room.
Oh.
I have a family room downstairs. That's the living room. It's the formal living room.
It's.
Check this out.
I think it looks like
If you saw
goofy.
our Instagram post during the week, you would see that she had this on, or she was goofy all week. And
She was goofy all week.
I was
without
goofy
it.
all week.
So we had a great week at Disney. We had wonderful weather. It was
We were
fun. We
talking
had our
about our living room.
scooters.
We were, but
We're
I
not
had to get
anymore
her
because
off
she
of
had
it.
to get me off the
I'm
topic.
talking about our living room.
Yeah, I
Hey,
had to get her
There's
off.
no
Next
living
thing you
in
know,
that
we're going to
room.
be talking about my liver. So stop it. You know.
Only if I get you a drink.
No, I can't have a drink because I have a bad liver.
Right.
And it isn't
Oh
from
my
drinking.
god, it's so easy to make her squirrel. So easy, guys. It's so easy. I saw somebody with this mask on, and I said to Deb, I go, that mask. I have to get that mask
We did,
right
and we
there.
that was the first thing we actually
I did. I
went
had to
and
go
bought.
right into the store and buy it.
We
I
did.
did. I
That was the
did.
first thing we did.
Because come on, that
We got there on.
is so freaking fantastic. I couldn't stand
Did
it.
Jamie love it?
He hasn't seen
I
it
haven't
yet.
seen him.
He's in Arizona.
Oh. Never mind.
I took her away.
Well, I guess I thought that he was going to be home, and then
He was supposed to be.
He
but
was
then the
supposed
guy,
to be, but I'm
he
mad
had
at
to go
him.
back. Now,
Okay.
no, you're
Does he
not.
know
You're
you're mad
over
at him?
it.
Oh yeah, he knows I'm mad.
You're over it, Jamie. She's over it. I told her don't let it give it any more importance than what it is. When you get in a fight, you have to make sure you pick your battles, but you have to make sure that you're not giving it more importance than what it's worth. I mean, seriously. Hey, now knock it off.
Pick your battles, lady.
Stop. Disney was really fun. We had a good
Yeah,
time.
we had
And
fun.
We'll get into that probably when we're talking about it. So we had a quiet week. We sat and we knitted, and Sue played.
I played my
stupid
game. I didn't get
And,
any. I didn't get hardly any knitting done, guys. I thought I would be done.
I did.
I thought I would be done with orgasm.
I thought
to
I'd be done
honest.
with this.
Done?
Well, I knew you weren't going to be
I
done
know.
with
Oh, yeah.
that, but
So this
she
is,
did get quite a bit of that done.
So everybody, if you've been watching me progress, I hadn't touched it since we were in Minnesota, so it had been like 3 months. But I actually did the yellow and all the way up while it was there, And these rows are like 400 stitches. So
She keeps counting.
421 stitches.
She
Well, if
she
they're going to
obsesses
tell me,
about how many stitches are on each
if they're
row.
going to tell me, he tells me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
At
but
the
she
least I can-
obsesses about them, and then she doesn't want to do the row because it's 477 stitches, and I don't want to do that many.
Someday
Just
you'll
fucking
know
do the row.
that has 400,882 stitches in the whole thing. I mean, I'm going to tell you because I'm going to figure it out. Because you know me, I like my spreadsheets. Thank you, Chicken Sharon. Sharon left me this fun thing.
Yeah.
Spreadsheet,
Of course she did. I
But
would have
she
had to
likes
have got
to
that
stretch
too if I had seen that.
Yeah. So they make me happy. If you're happy and clap your hands.
So in the last segment that I did, that it didn't really happen, I talked about if you guys ever go to Disney, you have to get a scooter.
Exactly.
They did talk
First,
about that.
We did
Yeah.
talk about this. So just rent yourself a little scooter. It's fantastic. You get to scoot around.
Faster.
And you don't get tired.
Right.
And you get to cut in front of the line because they think you're handicapped even if you're not.
Well, when you had on the face mask and the goofy hat.
And the goofy hat.
And the goofy shirt.
I am handicapped.
I think they thought
I
you were
think I am
without
handicapped
the
then.
scooter.
Yeah, even
Thought
without
there
the
was
scooter, they knew
something
I was
wrong with you.
handicapped. There wasn't. You know what? There wasn't huge lines, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And you don't really get to cut in line.
They just,
When you get to the front of the line, then they take you over to
right.
a different section, and then you get to go get on. You get your own you get your own little place.
Right. The newer worlds.
They put the
run that.
special people in the special place.
Well, and the newer ones, and they've redone a
As
lot.
well they
because-
should.
As well they should.
Because
yeah.
Fast Pass, when you get a Fast Pass, they get a different line because
Yeah.
that's where they tell you to come back. They specify you go in and you get your Fast Pass, and you have to be back between 1:30 and 2, and they have their separate line, and they've
Yeah.
redone most of the rides that way. As a rule, some of them were not meant for the habit trail areas, weren't meant for like
not
scooters
for-
or wheelchairs and things like that. So what they
Or
did
even
was
human beings. Those are horrible things
yeah,
to see.
some of them can because you're up and down stairs and everything, and
Yeah.
And you go past the same people all the time. And
yeah.
You
and
form relationships with those people.
You can-
'cause,
you
like,
I'm sure in the summer
you
you
can
do
create a
because,
friendship.
Yeah.
Now the longest was the Smuggler's Run, and that was like 20-some minutes. We
Yeah,
were in
it
that line.
was nothing.
But it was really
Nothing.
cool
Yeah, that's not
because
bad.
they keep you busy on the inside, and they showed
Yeah.
you felt like you were in the middle of Tatooine.
We
and,
had fun. We
yeah.
had a blast. We did.
And she hasn't been for a long time,
No,
so
it's
she
been
was
forever.
like. And I tell people, it's not cheap, and
No, it's not.
it's not cheap. But she was for someone who hadn't been, and she can be on a frugal side of things. She actually enjoyed herself spending that kind of money.
Oh, yeah, I
she
did. I
was-
had
she
a
was-
blast.
She was very happy, and we only did Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So
Right.
the other two would have been more, too. But they don't have the boats running because of COVID, and they don't have the monorail running, so they don't have.
And
Some
we were
things-
going to do the gondola, but we didn't get to that.
Yeah, we didn't get over there to
No.
do that.
So we'll have to
we
go
missed
back
it.
down
We'll have
to
to
do
go back
that.
down and do that. Yeah. So.
Chopped liver here.
Yeah. Well, it happens. But anyway, that's the way it is.
What? It happens?
But
was
you
fun.
had an MRI. And
No, I had a bone scan.
Oh, a
Well,
bone
I've
scan.
Okay, I've had an MRI, a bone scan,
Boob squished.
mammogram. I've had.
Better get that pap smear because then you'll have it all.
If I'm not having sex, I don't have to have a pap smear.
I'm not having sex, but I get them.
Anyway,
Well, that's so you can say you have sex.
that's as close as it's going to be to sex.
That's what I had it.
Oh my god!
What I had in me was.
She just wanted to say, "Well, I was in stirrups."
Yeah, I had those legs spread. Wide.
Next time, bring the riding crop and the French tickler.
Oh my God, tiny, she would just love that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because she's a horse. She has her own horse. She rides a horse.
Oh,
she
so-
probably has one right in the office, you know. She probably does it. Giddy up, girl, giddy up. So, yeah.
Well, I've
Oh, my
had,
gosh.
okay, and I've also had 2 different kinds of blood tests.
Wow.
So
And-
we're going back for, I have to go back for each of those blood tests. So, and I'm scheduled for a COVID vaccine.
Yay!
Yay.
Other than that, I haven't seen my doctor hardly at all.
But don't you, it's like that when you do that annual thing or, you know, I mean, you kind of get clumps because you've gone in for your thing and they're
You
like,
go in
oh,
for your
well,
annual
let's
and
go
they're
ahead and
like-
check this out. And let's go ahead and
And,
check that
your blood
out.
test was a little funky. Let's
Yes,
do that
let's redo
again.
that
Oh,
again.
that's what they
Yeah.
did to me the last time I went for my annual. They drew blood, and then they sent me to the vampire doctor for 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like one of those things. Me,
Yeah.
I just constantly go because every time I go, they're
Well,
like,
luckily-
this is off and this is off and we better check to make sure this doesn't coordinate with that. And I'm a nurse, okay, and I'm going to tell you this. Take your meds, write them down. You should be writing down your conditions.
Stop. You don't.
Oh, but I don't. You know, sort of like the plumber's house.
They've
He's got
got it in the
leaking.
file, for God's sake. She prescribed everything.
Yeah, but they always ask every time, are you still taking all of this? Are you still doing all this? And when they don't have that in the computer, if you were to get smacked in the car, you should put it on your phone in case of emergency.
Whatever.
So that if I come upon you just in the car, I could
You're
help
going to
you.
find it on my phone?
Mine has a little health thing on it. You just touch it and it'll turn on and tell you all about me.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God.
Okay, it doesn't
It's
tell 'em
probably
that.
40 pages because she
It
has to
doesn't
keep
tell 'em
putting
that.
things in it because she squirrels all the time. She'll start typing something and be like, oh, and I forgot to tell you about the gecko with no tail. And
What I did want to say was I had the bone scan and I don't have any osteoarthritis. My bones are good.
She has good bones.
good.
I have good bones, good strong bones. And I said, well, that's pretty good for someone my age. And the gentleman who was reading the scan said, well, that's very good for someone your age, which implies to me that
She's really old.
no.
smack her.
She's going to go, oh, I'm going to get a bruise there.
I will. I am on Plavix. I bruise easy. You should see
Anyway.
my legs. For
Oh, I have seen your legs.
Okay, yeah, those nasty
They
things.
are just lovely.
Oh, you should have seen her trying to get into the bed. Oh my God. It
Was
was
it high?
I knew
It
she was going to go
was.
there.
Oh my God, you guys, I wish. No, we're going to have to go back just so I can get that on video because that.
Okay.
She had
It's
to
a
take a running
clean
start.
bed,
She had to
and
take
it's
a running
30
start to it.
Just about 31 inches off the ground. I'm only 49 and 3/4. You know,
She had to take a running jump
I have, you
and then
know,
it was
flop
like-
one leg up. It was
when we
so
went to Asheville, when we
I
went
got to see her
Asheville,
bomb every
Same thing.
time.
yeah, we were,
Oh my
Jenny
God.
and I were sleeping in
at Karen's mom's.
at Sharon's mom's house in her spare bedroom, and her bed was high. Neither one of us could get in bed.
And Jenny
Jenny's
is really
6'5".
tall.
Jenny's tall, much
Yeah.
taller than me.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh, we
gosh.
got to
But
laughing
this
so
was
hard.
this was hysterical.
Oh, well, I
and,
bet.
and she squirrels even at like bedtime.
Oh, I know.
She can't just get into bed and go to bed. No. It's into bed and then I need a cookie. And off the bed she goes to go get a cookie and then she gets back into bed, eats her cookie, and is like, oh, I'm thirsty now. I gotta go get my off the bed. You know, it's 16 times that she's doing this. It was hysterical, guys. I meant to video it, but
And
she
I
would have
said
killed
no.
me.
I would have killed her if
She
she had
would've
done
killed
it.
me.
So yeah, because you don't want to see
yeah,
it.
nobody really wants to see that, but I got to see it.
Yeah, but she
When
did get to experience it.
36,000 times. So we were
When
only
we
there
traveled
for 6
together
days.
to Cayman, she had her own room.
Yeah.
And they were also
Be thankful.
down.
Be
Yeah, but
She had her
thankful.
own room, her own bathroom,
Right.
everything.
You
Be
did
thankful.
see me trying to get on a chair though. That was
Oh, on those! Oh my
Yeah,
God!
and we're about the same height.
They're
so,
they were the high
Bar
you know, when you
stools.
had you
Yeah.
had that high table.
Yeah.
They were like that, and we
Yeah.
would you get one cheek up and the other cheek up,
And then squiggle back.
And then you got to do this, and then
You got to
the
do the
chairs-
butt walk.
Then the chair's back here, and everything's up here, but you can't get the chair.
and you do the pumping.
Yeah, and
The
then
butt walk.
you know by that time it's time to get off and go do
It's
what
time
you
to
were
go to
supposed to do. So it kind of took the whole day. So
Yeah.
I did some knitting in the evenings, and when we sat outside, just kind of chilled. I took it with a couple times when we were out and
I had
about.
good intentions.
But we just didn't stop. We just kind of put the scooters on really slow and just kind of strolled through.
Yeah, we just kind of strolled along.
And
Well,
We ended up getting Jamie a Lego thing.
Yes.
I got him a Lego car.
She
A
got
big
him a Lego car.
kit.
yeah,
Big kit.
Legos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's he puts them together and takes them to his office.
Yeah. I think Jamie's gonna build a thing around his office in the house here and start putting his up top.
Yeah.
Because now he's got like an ocean liner and a fighter jet and now this car and
Yeah. I wish Mike would do more of them because he's really good at. I'm not very good at it. I'd have to go and get the ones that the 3-year-olds get that are like this big,
the big blocks.
and then work from there. If it doesn't tell me, same sort of thing here. I'm just one
It
of
does
these that
tell you,
has
though.
to
Yeah, it
have the
does say.
steps to do it.
It does.
And I do well with like the IKEA putting together because I like those. They tell you which part goes in which thing, and they have that little, it's all
hex
illustrated.
key.
It's not written. It's illustrated.
16 different hex keys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they've got
Lego illustrates it for you.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's good. I hadn't
Yeah, they
realized
do.
that.
And then
They
when
do
you get
illustrate
multiple sets of Legos, you can get a book that has different Lego patterns in.
Yeah.
And I got that for my grandson. Oh God.
So
Gosh,
you
it's
can
been
get
several
like
years ago.
books that have like Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars
Patterns.
knitting.
See. Oh, they have some really good Star Wars kits.
Show the hood.
I'm going to show you the
Yeah.
book. I got this
I'm gonna do
online.
some.
It's the newest
Do you want some more?
No.
newest thing
you,
out,
though.
and it'll be just came out published. So anyway, there's a really cool.
Published.
Yeah.
As opposed to unpublished.
One of these days, I'm going to take this book and sling it at them. Anyway, there's the Death Star. Isn't that cool? There's a cool pillow for the Death Star you could make. But anyway, this is like our favorite pattern, and I think one of us is going to have to do it. I think it's towards the back.
Yeah, we already said it was towards the back.
Hey,
We said that the last time we recorded it's towards the back.
Yeah, well.
And it's still there.
Look, and you can make the
Don't they have
aluminum falcon cowl. Isn't that fun? Yeah. And I took her on the Smuggler's Run,
Oh,
which
my gosh.
is at Star Wars, and it's 2 minutes of wonderful, fun,
2.5
laughing,
minutes.
nausea.
Yeah.
When you get sick. It's busy. You go flying. Anyway, keep
There it
going.
is. There it is. There it is.
Right there, right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Here is the little Ewok. Now,
Oh
isn't
my
that the
gosh,
best?
guys, come on. I have to do it.
That is cute.
And
it is
they
cute.
have it on a little kid over here. She's adorable. She can come home with me anytime she wants. Check out this beautiful little girl. Isn't she cute? See, there's Leia and the Ewok, and when they're at, this is Revenge of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So just wanted to fill you in on that.
Okay, for
Which island? Which planet are they on? Is that
They're a
Tatooine?
little jittery thing, aren't you? They're on Endor.
Endor. Okay. I knew you'd know.
Yeah.
of course you would know.
Yes.
So it's a fun book, and someday you may see us wearing a Star Wars thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Nah.
Yeah. Great pictures and stuff in it. It's really a good book. Stop. Just move on. Anyway.
Stop what? We weren't doing anything.
I saw that roll.
I was rolling my eyes.
I
big
saw it.
time, big time. Yes, I was.
I saw it in my peripheral vision, and I'm getting to the point now in episode
You can
number
hear it
31. I'm actually getting the roll, the feel of the
You can
roll.
feel the
because I sit
roll?
next to her and I can feel the.
That was a Tory look right there.
Yeah.
So we
that was
did
it.
go to
We went.
New Haven. Is that
Winter
what?
Haven.
Winter Haven.
Yes.
New Haven. I don't
There's
know.
a New Haven in Indiana. So.
Oh, okay.
And Connecticut, that's where Yale is.
Okay.
Okay, well, we weren't in Connecticut. We were in Florida. We went to Winter Haven,
Yeah.
and we went to Four Pearls.
Which is, if you're ever in the middle of Florida, do it. Go.
Go ahead.
Stop. I'm going to shut up and not say a single word the rest of the time.
I bet she can't do it. I bet she can't do it. I
Oh,
bet
I
she
know
can't.
she can't.
So we got some yarn.
This is
We got some yarn.
at the yarn shop.
at the yarn shop. Imagine that. What the hell? Go to a yarn shop, buy yarn. No, we'd never do that.
So you can't even talk because
She can't even get through a whole fucking sentence without her interrupting. Oh my god!
you need me to squirrel it. So
No,
that
I
you
don't.
Opening.
No, we don't need
Sure
you to
do.
squirrel.
You do. I love my squirrel. I'm shutting up.
I doubt it. Emma's yarn. She is the daughter of the owners of Four Pearls.
Right.
This is called Hammered. It is their Crazy Beautiful Colors Hella Hank line that is 80-10-10 merino cashmere nylon. There is 600 yards on here, guys. Like,
That's a hell of a hand.
that's a hell of a hank.
Yeah, that's like another half hank.
And
Half hank.
I kind of went outside of my wheelhouse on this one but I did that on purpose, because I didn't want to have the same colors as I already have. But there is burgundy in here and green,
Yeah.
which is still kind of me. But I
It's
figured
gonna
I
look
would make
very
a
nice.
nice little shawl or something
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
gonna look very nice on you.
Yeah, it's good colors.
Okay,
And of course,
you may remember last week or the last episode, I was threatening them that they needed to bring me a really nice gift since I wasn't able to go with them, and they ran amok without my supervision.
we didn't have to call you from jail or anything. I
No.
think we did okay without supervision.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
That's only because my scooter didn't go very fast.
that's probably true. Well, if I'd gone, we'd have hooked up with my nephew.
Well, we could have hooked up with your nephew, but we didn't go to Animal Kingdom, so
Well, I suspect he's allowed to walk other parts of the park.
I don't know.
And I have a nephew who works at Disney World. Okay, so after my threats, they brought me some yarn from Four Pearls. This is Emma's yarn again, the beautiful Crazy Hank of,
Hella Hank.
and this is Crazy
No, that's
Beautiful Colors is the color.
Right?
Yeah, and it is
80-10-10.
80-10-10 with nylon and cashmere
Cashmere.
along with the merino. Isn't that a pretty color? It's kind of a
It blows out a little bit on the screen. It looks brighter than it really is on the screen.
It's a not apricot,
More of a coral.
more of a. You're right, more
like
of
a
a coral,
dark coral.
but it has a little bitty black specks in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which will really make it interesting to work with.
Yeah.
And then they got me some mini skeins with some of the same colors in that I can use to make, I don't know, a headband. Maybe I'll
Or you
make
can,
a
or you
headband
can,
to hold my
or
hair
you
back.
can put it in a shawl.
Yeah, that
like
would be
this.
good. You could make a headband.
Yeah, hold your hair back.
Hold my hair out of my eyes.
Because it's really getting in your
It's
eyes.
really doing that.
I'm sorry.
It's and we were talking about it earlier. It's not that it's not curly. It's just that the curl, it doesn't hold, and it just starts to droop. And the longer time I am from the curling iron and hairspray, the more it droops and the straighter it gets. And so we're pretty much into the droop right now.
Mom, when she comes up, you're going to have to do something for that because Mom's a
You may
hairdresser.
just have to
Well, she
cut it a
suggests-
little bit shorter so that
You think
when
I-
it droops, it just doesn't droop in your eyes.
I probably should cut some bangs. I could do that because right now
The only good thing is they're light, so you can see right
I
through them.
can see through them and blow them out of my
I mean,
way.
you couldn't with this one's hair. This one's hair is like so super thick. I mean, it'd be like a veil.
Should I take out my thing and show them what it looks like with?
Well, we always show your hair because your hair is great. She tried to turn it pink when we were down there, and it didn't work. Which
But I
was
only did it
unfortunate.
once.
I know, we should
and my
have done it
daughter.
again.
So my daughter sent me some light pink, not permanent, but semi-permanent dye that only penetrates lighter hair, and she thought it would be great for my gray. And I kept saying, I want to color my hair, So she surprised me and she just mailed it to me, which is so sweet. And so I tried it down there in Florida, and it did.
It turned it lighter.
It turned it.
Yeah.
A light pink. And my daughter said, "Well, you just need to do it a couple of days in a row."
Yeah, that would
So-
have probably been better.
Yeah.
But
Um,
we had other things to do.
But holy Hannah did my hair frizz out big time
Oh,
down
it's
there
so
in the
humid.
humidity. Holy buckets. It was like, I was like babushka woman.
Yeah.
I really was. I really, really, really was. And then we ended up getting this bar of
Like some something, some natural
rosemary,
thing at one of the other shops.
lavender, a bar soap that's supposed to be good for frizz. And I tried it yesterday.
But you smell good.
I smell good. I smell fantastic, but
Her hair
I still
smells
have
good.
I still have lots of frizz.
Yeah.
But whatever. I digress.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we had a good week.
She had a slow scooter. She had 2 slow scooters after she called and made up a story to Scooterbug, and they delivered her a new one.
Well, it was because we were losing power. And I mean, it took us maybe 30 minutes to get there. And it took us over an hour
where?
to get from our through the resort onto the golf course, through the back way to
And
get
over to
Disney
downtown
Springs.
Disney.
Okay.
Okay.
But when
where
you
we're
say, you didn't say
get
where
there.
you were going.
Yeah, we went from our condo to downtown Disney.
Right.
Okay.
And-
And it took like 25-30 minutes to get there, which was just fine on
Fine.
our little Scooterbugs, but it took us over an hour to get back because she was
Right.
losing power. So she called Scooterbug, and they delivered her a new one,
which did exactly the same thing as my first
which
one.
was slower than mine the whole time.
The whole
And I
time.
was just like, it's okay. She'll be behind. The alligators will get her. And they'll be laughing to each other saying, well, she just tastes like chicken. I don't know, So I was laughing super hard because I could go really fast on my Scooterbug.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I think some guy probably had mine before me, and he
probably-
opened up the governor on it and said,
Well,
this is too slow. I need to go
I
faster.
did mention it to Mikey. Well, actually, when we switched them out, the girl at up at the bellhop place, because that's where they put them.
Yeah.
She even said, "Well, there is a." No, I don't know how to do it. I mean,
So
you
they knew how to do it.
They knew how to do
knew
it,
how
and
to
they
do it.
didn't, and they were probably, And
But she took one look at you and thought, hell, this woman can't go fast.
She's
Slow
already
her
running
down.
her mouth a mile a minute. We don't need her scooter to go a mile a minute. So
anyway. So yeah, it was. I mean, the ice would have melted in my Diet Coke by the time I got back. Yeah. So it was not
Third world problems, I would say.
Well, I didn't have to worry about the bus because I could go up the ramp and I knew I wouldn't hit anything because I wasn't going fast enough when we park. And you become a very good parker because you have to know how to parallel park on this. By the end, this girl could just zoom right into that spot.
Oh, yeah.
The first day we got on the bus.
First day, I'm like, no, I'll just get it up the ramp and let the damn bus driver do it.
And the bus driver was like, no, you can do it. You can do it.
I did. I hit it like 16 times.
And so then he was like, here, I'll do it.
I'll do it. I got it. You're fine.
And so we kind of both sat there going, okay. And then I came in and I got it right in. He's like, you're a bro. I said, well, I grew up in Chicago. And he's like, oh, of course you know how to park. So, and then afterwards I got
don't
worse and she
understand
got
that
better.
connection.
Because Chicago, you have to know how to parallel park.
You need
Okay.
to know how to parallel park everywhere. You need to
Yeah.
know how to parallel park to pass your parking.
You need
Your
to know how to
driving
parallel
test.
park if you're going to the Village Yarn Company, for God's sake.
That's true.
But
Yeah,
anymore
little-
nowadays, a
Oh,
lot
that's no
of
problem.
the new cars just parallel park for you.
So that's at Disney. You have to make the scooters parallel
Disney
park
does. You just
themselves.
said they didn't make the scooters. It was
No, but Disney sets the tone
Disney sets the standards for the scooters.
that you can't go because I got it from the Disney approved company, Scooter Bus.
Because if you get it from a non-approved, they won't let you in the Disney.
Well, no, they let you in, but no, they let
Where
you
they
in.
put a little flag on you.
No. It's just that you have to be there when they deliver it. They won't hold it for you, and they won't. You know what I mean? It doesn't make it as easy to get. But the one guy, he had like a little fan attachment on his. I had to find that company. He had his own fan.
Brought it with him.
No, because I saw it on a bunch of different ones, and they have their own fan. I want my own fan. I have to have a fan.
You have 14 battery-operated fans. You could set those suckers up on a scooter bug.
She does. She travels with her fans.
I do.
You have a fan that plugs into your phone.
Yeah, I do.
Exactly. What the hell do you need a scooter?
How many suitcases did she take?
One. Big one.
Full of all kinds of stuff.
I don't think it would have fit in Air Force One.
It had everything.
She packs for Armageddon.
I do.
She does.
I
I
have.
packed in a carry-on.
She did,
Underwear.
but she did check it coming home because
Yeah, it was full.
It was full. It was stuff. She
I
paid
don't
for it.
know if did we get charged extra for mine because it might have been overweight.
I went from 42 to 46, so that tells you how much stuff I bought.
Yeah.
And I put extra stuff in there, so yeah.
So
Wasn't all this yarn.
Yeah, that was in the suitcase.
No, I know, but
Mine
this wasn't.
that wasn't 6 pounds.
No.
No.
No, but I bought a few pins and stop. And
Pens,
I
P-E-N-S.
No, pin. P-I-N.
I did buy some PENS. A couple of those
Penises?
butters. No, I didn't buy any penises. They don't have a penis store at Disney. They have an M&M store and they have a Coke store, but they don't have a penis store.
No, they don't. You have to go to Iceland for that.
Yeah, there you have to go because they
You have
actually
to go
have
to
a
Iceland for
museum
that
in
one.
Iceland. Yeah. They have a family
Let's
thing.
go back to the pins.
You know the lapel pins.
I know what lapel. So
You need to confess, my lady.
No.
Confess, or I shall spill your beans.
No.
All right, I'm spilling them. If she's not going to confess, I'm going to spill it.
spill.
So she says to me, at one point in time, she goes, just keep me away from the pins. You'll never get me away from the pins if we go in any place with the pins. And I'm like, pins? Like lapel pins? Like pins? Yes, I have too many. I don't need any more. I don't even know what to do with the ones that I have. And I go, what? Too many? What do you mean by too many? Like you have 100? No, she says.
Yeah.
500? No, way more. And I'm like, Deborah. And she goes, and I don't have a single duplicate.
I do have a couple.
And I go, 1,000? Yeah, more than that. All Disney, guys. All Disney.
I started.
That's ridiculous and ridiculous.
No.
You know when she
No,
walks,
that's ridiculous.
No.
when she walks into Disney, Walt is going.
Yeah,
comes
for
the girl.
sure. And how many did you
Scrooge
buy?
McDuck.
I think I bought 12.
More?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And one of them.
And that was really good because
I did.
she
I
did
did
do really good. She could have bought hundreds.
I could have.
And I didn't drag her out of anywhere.
Nope.
I didn't drag her
I
out
did
of a
the
single stop.
responsible thing and said,
I
enough
rubbed
is
off
enough.
on her. I
Yeah.
rubbed
I
off
should
on
have
her.
rubbed harder, I suspect.
I didn't want to get that close, to be honest.
I don't know. Could have been contagious.
Right. Yeah. No, my frugalness rubbed off on her.
And frugality kind of clicked in every once in a while. I would have gone and spent $35 on lunch just because it would have been okay. So no, we got a pretzel instead.
No,
and then
let's
we
just
went
get a pretzel
outside
and then we can go spend $50 on dinner.
at some place outside of Disney.
Like Fogo de Chao,
Yeah.
which we did do.
Yeah.
Which we did do.
I
Fogo.
saw that.
Yeah, we did Fogo for lunch. That was
I'm
really
like,
good.
$8 for a pretzel. Let's split that.
it
See, you wouldn't have gotten me on the pretzel.
yeah.
I don't like pretzels.
Yeah, well see,
So you would have gotten the whole thing.
we shared.
Then I wouldn't have needed dinner.
Yeah,
So I
then
wouldn't
she
have gotten a pretzel. I would have
pretzel
got a bag of popcorn.
or something.
I would have needed something like ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, we did that one day.
And the prices have really arisen.
They're
when I was there in September, I
kinda
thought it was
ridiculous.
bad, but they're really ridiculous. I mean, a 20-ounce bottle of pop is $4.50,
When
and
you say 20 ounce like that, no,
it's
20
like
ounce
whatever.
like that.
But your standard bottle of pop is $4.50, and 20 ounces of water is $3.50. And everything used to be like $2.50, and I didn't think that was too bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
But with
thinking-
water, didn't you just refill it the tap?
No, none of the. Well, some of the
The taps aren't open.
yeah.
What, in your room?
No, in the room you could.
In the room
but-
you could, but when you're at a park,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the water fountains because of the spread of COVID, so they don't have them.
It's
on.
only if you lick the tap.
Doesn't make any difference. They're not going to do that.
No, I know,
You
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
so
So-
but yeah, we had fun. We did Epcot, we did
Hollywood
Hollywood
Studios.
Studios. She got
did
me on the
Smugglers,
Smugglers.
Yep. We didn't see any talking garbage cans this time, though. So it
No,
was
we
okay.
didn't see any talking garbage cans.
Just
And,
as well.
yeah,
I got a bunch of pictures up on Instagram, so if you guys didn't see,
of her and Goofy.
we
Being
did see
Goofy.
Minnie and Mickey. We
Yep.
saw Minnie and Mickey.
In
We
a
saw
little parade.
Goofy and Pluto.
Well, one thing I noticed, you did a video of, I think it was a parade, and it was Goofy and
Pluto.
Pluto.
Yep.
Okay, but I noticed that the workers were kind of
Oh yeah, you can't get
they're-
close.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. They were
keeping
pushing
keeping
people
the,
away.
And you,
the
Yeah, because
spectators.
they don't have masks on, so they have.
they
to
have
be,
the whole.
Right.
They have a whole
But
costume.
they-
Yeah, but like the princesses,
They didn't have masks
Oh,
on.
they didn't?
No, they
but
did not.
You couldn't get anywhere near the car.
Right.
And when they come out, like at Norway, Anna comes out from Frozen. You can't get close.
You can't get
She's
within
well,
35
like
feet of her.
Yeah, and if you get a picture, she's back here and your kid's here.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah,
they didn't have masks on.
they didn't
which
have
is
masks
okay.
on, which is okay.
I
but
thought
at
it
least
would
you
have
got
been
to
kind
see
of
'em.
cute if Mickey and Minnie had come out and they had masks,
Masks on.
on.
That
That
would
would
have
have been.
been- yeah.
I think that would have been.
Yeah, that would have been
fantastic.
fantastic. So that would have been.
But to
shown.
get one on
on a mouse,
Pluto?
yeah. Pluto would be tough.
yeah.
Yeah, Pluto
But I think it would have been funny if they'd had like a Mickey one
with their face
on Pluto.
Yeah, like that. Because everybody thinks that's Goofy, and it's not. It's
No,
Mickey.
this is Mickey.
That's Mickey. I have a Minnie Mouse
Okay.
with the bows.
I can see the grin better. Before,
You couldn't really tell.
yeah.
They're a pretty good mask. You know, they should be worn like this. Cover your mouth. So.
Um,
So
All
we
right.
had a decent week. It was fun. It was great. We enjoyed. She slept. I was very
did
impressed
sleep.
because she slept, so that was all right.
She doesn't typically sleep.
She doesn't sleep. She gets up a lot in the middle of the night.
What time did you get up this morning?
5,
Me too.
I know. I
I
slept
didn't.
all the way till 5.
which
yeah,
is
5's
good.
pretty good for you.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I
for
was
you.
awake at 5, and I thought,
You should have called me.
I thought about it.
We could have
We
coffee
could have
together.
chatted. I could have
looked at
just
the
come on
phone.
out.
It was 12:15. I went 5:15. I went. Okay, I'm going back to sleep. And I rolled over
Yeah.
and went back to sleep.
Well, if I wake up Harley, then he has to be petted,
Oh,
and he's very demanding about the petting.
really?
Yeah. Come on, Mom, pet me.
Your
Yeah.
hand's right there. I can see it.
Yeah. It's meant for me.
Yeah, scratch
It's
my
on
ears.
purpose.
Scratch my ear.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah, he gets up in the recliner with me, and he'll get his back end stuck down beside me, and then he'll rear himself back
So she scratches tummy.
so I can scratch his belly,
Okay.
and it would be like, I'm not scratching your belly, Harley. I'm done.
Oh.
And
Well,
he throws himself back again.
Well, at least that's
So
good.
funny.
Abner gets next to me and he gives me the hat over here, and you pet him, and then he kind of scoots his butt around and sticks his ass in your face because he wants a butt rub,
Mhm.
and you got this tail and this ass on your face, and you're like, stop, I mean, you're barely awake, and yeah, at least he doesn't
That tends to wake me up when I have to.
have an ass in your face.
That always woke me up. Yes, yes.
I
I don't remember
I
when,
don't-
other than a dog, that I've ever had an ass in my face.
thank goodness. I don't think no.
No, I can't say that I've actually had, other than maybe a kid
Maybe a kid sitting
jumping
on my
your
face
face
or
or
something.
waking you up or something.
Well, okay,
but-
when the kids would crawl in bed with us, then you'd end up with feet in your face,
Well, yeah, well,
feet-
sometimes you did, yeah.
Or your ribs.
or your ribs, or your stomach, or your yeah.
Yeah, my niece used to
Yeah, I would think that boys would be more
Yeah.
tending to like bounce on your head on their butt with diaper. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
little kids.
yeah, hey, wake up.
Not little girls. That's not a little girl kind of thing to do, I don't think. But
I don't remember them ever doing. I have a picture of Tim when he was probably 18 months old, and he's sitting on the floor reading the funny paper, reading
Oh.
the newspaper.
of course.
The way he's holding it, it looks like he's reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he probably was in his mind, because Dad
He
did
was
it.
looking at pictures. And
Yeah, I
He
mean,
was looking
you
at
do
pictures.
it. I mean, and Dad did it, so this is the way I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He was. He's always been smart.
yeah. Well, that's
little
good.
whippersnapper.
Tell you, some of these kids.
He's not so whippersnapper anymore, but
yeah.
he's a
got
good
his
guy.
own whippersnapper. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Oh, hi, Ryan.
Yeah, the Ryan who never watches us, but we always say hello anyway.
Yep.
So
What did you knit on this week?
Oh,
Yeah.
my giant mistake.
yeah, tell
That's
us.
what I'm gonna call it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
See, now I'm forgetting what have we talked about this time, and what did we talk about the last
Yeah.
time that didn't record?
So,
Okay.
Yeah, what is
This you saw this on the last episode, and it is a pattern by Joji Locatelli, and it really is. It's an easy pattern, but I still managed to screw it up. I have.
You may read your knitting, but she doesn't read her patterns.
That's true. Okay, these little picot edges. I can look and see if it's time to do another one. And what I thought was that every time you did a picot, you did a roll of yarn over, knit two together things.
Right.
So that's what I've done. Well, ain't necessarily so.
Turns out that's not really true.
That's not really the pattern. So this is what I've got. But I think it, you can.
I think it's still cool.
I like it.
And the colors are coming out well. And,
Look at guys.
And
Isn't
I'm
that
going to
luscious?
continue
It's
with
just-
it with my
And we showed you this yarn a couple weeks ago. It's called Chaos.
it's chaos, and it's a cornucopia colorway.
And it's I love it. It's lovely.
Yeah, and I think I think the shawl's going to be really nice. It's just not going to be quite the pattern that Joji had in mind.
Right.
So that's what I've been working on. I would like to say that I'll have it done next time, but maybe not.
Well, we all go through phases where we don't.
Yeah, I kind of lost my knitting mojo.
Yeah.
I'm heavily into looking at patterns of sweaters.
Because she really wants to do a sweater.
Okay, let's rephrase this. I want to have a sweater done.
Not necessarily that she wants
You
to be the
could
one.
just knit a sleeve.
Just one?
Just one. You say you have a couple sweaters that just
Well,
need a
but the
sleeve
one
finished.
sweater, the sleeve that is done is done very poorly and needs to be redone.
Okay, well, 2 sleeves is still less than a whole sweater.
Yeah.
Well, and you can graft them on. I mean, you can do, Yeah.
But
Maybe
see,
we should start looking for vests for you.
No, I don't
Or-
want a vest. I wouldn't wear a vest. The thing is that both sweaters are cardigans, and I'm not real keen on cardigans, so I think that may
You'd
be
probably
part
be-
of the.
Right, the problem. You're more of a pullover type.
Yeah, I think that's part of the
Well,
problem.
you could stitch up the front too
I don't
and make
think
it a pullover.
I don't think it would fit.
And usually
then
I've
I have
expanded
one.
by the time it's done.
Then I have one that is a pullover. It's the Weekender, and I've started that one 2 or 3 times because I don't know if you remember the first time I started it, I just had this.
Oh yeah, because you thought you were going to have it done in a weekend.
Yeah,
That's why you
that's
started the
why I
Weekender.
did it. And I started out with the band around, start on the bottom, and you've got this band. Well, it ended up being
Monster big. I remember.
because we would, and you said to me, I think that might be a little big, and I said, really? And I
She just kept going.
could have double wrapped it around.
I could have
myself.
gotten it into it with you.
with me.
Yeah.
And so I took that out. I started again, and I don't know, lost my steam on it because I was over the weekend and it still wasn't done. So,
So it's like, forget
but
that.
I've got a couple more patterns that I've printed off. One I particularly like, and I've looked at several times, and I may just make it. It's one where, and I can't tell you who designed it, but it's one where you've got a stockinette stitch, and then every once in a while you do a purl bump, just kind of random.
Oh, it's like
Little bit
total
of
random.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm going to do it in that the yarn that I showed you last week, the ridiculous yarn, that multicolor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it with me now, but
If it's multicolor, you're gonna see that random pearl stitch.
I'll make you look at it.
I mean, galloping on a horse going 500 miles an hour past.
Well,
it.
yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of yarn it's on. Galloping on a horse, you're not going to see it. But yeah, I'll say, look, pearl bump.
Well, that way you can't fuck it up either, because
It would be harder to.
right.
Just see, I
You make a
meant to do
mess.
that. I intended to do that.
Yeah, that was in the pattern, just
Yep,
like that.
yep. So that's tentatively, and then somebody, was it Haute Knit? had this yarn that she was going to be dyeing that was just gorgeous. And I looked at that and I thought, short sleeve sweater. That's
Short
what
sleeve sweater. There you
There you
go.
go.
So I may get yarn for that too.
All right.
Okay.
Then in my spare time,
You're writing a newsletter.
oh yeah, right. She knows because I talked about it already. Okay, the newsletter. I will do a recap of today's episode, the one that actually films rather than the one that didn't film.
But if you see things on the newsletter that aren't in the filming, it's because it was the first run through that we don't normally do, but today we did because
Whatever.
We did something.
We had
went
technical
wrong.
difficulties.
Um,
You know, our technical crew was on. Yeah,
they're on strike.
Yeah.
Newsletter. It is.
You're going to put it on Ravelry.
I'm just going to post it on Ravelry under our group because there are folks who want to get it, and I thought rather than trying to.
Well, we could just do a new thread for each one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just do a new thread for each one.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for it. I think that, and I don't know if I've said it this time, but Deb set up this Ravelry account that's for Flock Around the Table. But Deb has posted just like once, and I'm the one who communicates back and forth with everyone. And I was communicating with this lady.
She does. She communicates. Why do I need to? You know what I'm saying? She handles it. So go ahead.
Anyway, I was communicating with this lady. We were talking about this event that happens in Springfield, Ohio called the Wool Gathering. I don't know. We got to talking about attending. I had been there once and had gone with a friend. And she says to me, "What's your friend's name?" I told her my friend's name. And she said, "Oh my God, that's my friend too." And then another lady piped in and said, "I'm the one that taught her how to knit."
Mm-hmm.
And she's my friend too. So we're planning this get together at the Wool Gathering in October.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, well, I'm being
Hopefully.
optimistic.
Yeah.
Right.
Optimistic. Anyway, that we can all get together and kind of trade stories about our friend Diane. Diane was a special person. She was one of those people I could say, "I'm going to Mom's for the weekend. Come with me." "Oh, okay." And she was game for anything.
Yeah.
And
Great lady. We
Yeah.
miss her.
She
Miss
passed
her.
away way too soon.
Yeah.
Way too
Not
soon.
allowed.
And
I didn't give her permission.
Yeah.
and suddenly, very unexpected.
Yeah. It was terrible.
Yeah, and anyway, so miss her a lot, and I'm going to get together with her two friends from Ohio, and we're going
I
to
think that's awesome.
share stories.
It is.
And
I hope they.
we'll all go.
Which
I
is
hope-
really kind of. Like
I hope they do it.
Yeah.
Oh, they go every year. I have no doubt.
No. I hope they
Oh,
don't
that's-
cancel it. They've already canceled Greencastle.
Yeah.
Well, that's spring.
That's April, but still. Yeah. I mean, to me, if you can open up Disney and have all these people at Disney, you can do it.
But that's
you know.
different states have different rules. So
Yeah,
we'll
I
see.
understand
Yeah.
that. But you should be able to learn from that to see that you can have groups
Well, and by
social
October,
distance. It should be because 100 million people will have already been
no,
vaccinated.
200 million.
Is that what he's saying now?
He ordered more vaccine.
Okay, so then we're set.
Yeah, we should
We'll
be.
all have it.
We'll see. We'll
We'll
see.
see,
And there
yes.
may be some restrictions, like you have to show that you've been vaccinated or whatever.
Right.
But
Have a star on your forehead.
as long as it's not a,
You have a needle sticking out of your arm.
you can have a little T-shirt that said
I got it.
COVID with a slash through it.
Yeah, there you go. Something like that. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
At least you could have an
Order it now
identifying
from
mark.
Amazon.
And Prime. See, so you can go ahead and get it right away.
Yeah.
Stop it, you two. All right.
No, I really am.
What
hoping
I
you will.
want. Now I heard you've all seen Bernie Sanders sitting at the inauguration with his
Have
mittens,
we ever?
and I heard that there was a sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah, there is. There's fabric out there now. It
I-
has Bernie sitting like this on the fabric. It has the same pattern. Oh, yeah, you can pre-order tons of stuff. There's a Bernie doll on Ravelry.
I've seen that. I've
Yeah.
seen that. I would love to have that sweatshirt. I think that'd be hysterical.
Okay, go for it. But
Awesome.
actually,
I just thought
the words that they say is grumpy chic. because he really does look. He said he was just trying to stay warm.
Yeah, it was
you know
cold.
what I mean? It was cold, but I mean, he does look grumpy.
Well, it's hard to tell. He's got his mask
He's got
on.
a mask on, but his eyes are all scrunched. Why doesn't he have a hat on? He should have.
I know, because he's got a bald head.
Well,
Yeah.
nobody had knit him a hat yet.
Nobody.
Now,
Well, and what
I'm
I
sure
think
there's
is
hats out
funny
there
is you've
for
got
him now.
how many patterns say Bernie's mittens.
I know.
And
Seriously, they're all over. I mean, it's like these people. Like same thing with when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died. Like within 2 days, they had all these patterns on Ravelry, and you're like, it's like, wow, you really are fast, you know. And that's a Fair Isle pattern. So
Either that or they already had them done.
yeah, but how would you
how
know?
would
that
you know
woman-
Bernie was going to wear that?
No, I'm not talking. But
Oh,
those
Ruth
mittens
Bader-
wouldn't have. Those mittens wouldn't have taken that long to
Well, I
make if you
guess.
sat down and made them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but
And hers were made out of a
sweaters.
sweater. She didn't knit those. Those were a sweater. Both sides of that was a sweater.
Yeah.
That she made.
Who?
The lady that made them for him.
Oh, they weren't knitted?
No, they weren't
No,
knitted.
they
They
were
were
like-
like the
Oh,
ones
the white
Ann
man.
made or
Oh, okay.
Maureen
I
made.
didn't know. I just think
Yeah.
I've seen him in many, many, many places that have really struck my funny bone. So
Yeah, it is. It was funny.
And he's-
off of that topic. Yeah, off of that topic. What else we got for knitting wise other than
Nothing than that. Just Diane's. We did everything we said we did the first time, plus a little extra.
and the other thing is that we are working our way towards 500 subscribers. So if you're a new viewer, please subscribe.
Right.
We're developing a prize package that we will draw for once we have the 500 subscribers.
Right.
And
That is a discussion. We do plan that. That isn't just something. we
Yeah,
do.
that's about the only thing.
about
that we
the only
discussed.
thing we plan.
Yeah, but
That's the only thing that we
Yeah.
plan.
Well, she plans breakfast,
Wow. But
sort of.
But she plans it. We don't know what's
we don't
going
know
on.
what's going on.
Yeah.
We just show up and say, good. Yeah.
It was.
We got coffee.
It
you know,
was-
she tells her neighbors that she found this great new breakfast place in Zionsville. I'm not, she's not joking. That she like seriously does, and then
Sue's
she's like, I
Diner.
know the chef.
She's
I
really
do.
good, and she makes it. She has a new recipe every Sunday. pretty
biscuits
much.
and gravy this time. It was
Yeah,
very
it was
good.
really good. And they're like, "Well, where is this?" And I said, "Sue Diners. It's small, and you have to
You
make
have
a
to have reservations.
You have to have reservations.
You know." And I said, and I said they don't social. She doesn't social distance in her dining area, so you may not want to go just yet. Oh, well, let us know when she opens it up. I'm like, yeah, I'm part of the test group.
She does. And I'm sitting here dying, laughing. I'm like, do you tell them? And she's like, no.
I actually told people
No.
down there. I told people down there all
Yeah,
about it too.
she did.
I did.
I'm like, oh my God, Debbie, you cracked me up. Like,
Yeah. So there you have it.
and I'm sitting, she had me fooled for a second. I'm sitting there going, where do you go in Scienceville? What restaurant are you talking about? I'm like, Kathleen's? And she's like, no.
No, Sue Steiner.
Sue Steiner. I'm like,
And then this one actually thinks
I'm like,
Sue Steiner.
I did. I was like, oh my God, Deb,
Like,
you don't.
It's her
She's like,
spot,
yeah. I do.
Yeah.
I do. She's like, yeah, I do that. I'm
And
like,
I think
you're
when I
horrible.
said
is
that to you,
horrible.
I said you have to be careful. She has fuck off signs on the
On
wall.
the wall.
And she's like, wait, I have fuck. Hey, you're. You saw the light bulb click, and I'm like, I thought.
For a minute there, I was just a hamster running around inside of my wheel.
So yeah, we.
Oh,
kinda
my
did that.
God.
So anyway,
I'm gullible sometimes, guys.
All right,
Not all
guys.
the time, but
Well,
sometimes.
stay safe.
I got
snow
more
here.
on my
Me
Mpito
too.
done.
Me too.
Mhm. Look,
Yep, we got.
I like this watermelon.
I do too.
This
That's
is
a
not
very
watermelon.
nice
This
color.
is hibiscus.
Hibiscus.
Sorry,
I really like the
hibiscus.
colors. Really nicely done. Yeah.
I do like the colors.
So the colors are good. Mine are a variation. I'm using just a Mantash cream for the yarn over section, and I'm using these mini skeins from Row 1. It's a lady that puts out every month.
Yeah, we've already talked about
Yeah, I
it.
talked about them last time.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah,
never
we
mind.
talked
So
about it
watch
before.
last
Row
week.
1
So
monthly
Row 1.
subscription.
So monthly
Awesome.
subscription. Awesome. So that's me. Shut up. And I did take it with.
Were you telling yourself to shut up?
Just anybody in general.
Anybody.
We did take it with, but we never got that far. Because a lot of times I'll go to the parks and I'll sit and I'll watch people. And we did watch
It's
people,
another one
but
of
we
those times
didn't.
She wasn't going to talk anymore. Is
Shut
she?
up. Hey, on that note, I'm going to push the button. And then you'll see.
Oh, have a good week.
Yeah.
Stay knitting and subscribe. Leave your comments, please.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Brenda
Briny
Beck
Beck says
bye.
have a great week.
And see you next time. See, yeah, right. He's going to turn us off.